The second GTA 6 trailer was released somewhat recently, and something I'm always curious about is how people on the internet are reacting to things. So I've gathered the first 100 comments, organized them, and put them inside of TF2 so that we can determine exactly how people reacted to the GTA 6 trailer number 2. Is the internet happy, annoyed, or completely distracted by wanting to be the first comment? This video will answer those questions and more. So let's begin. Howdy, in-game Hoof here. Let's go ahead and take a look at the first 100 comments from the GTA 6 trailer number 2, shall we? Alrighty, so here we are in Spawn, and this right here is the first comment that was posted on the video. And it says here, under today's gang, with a little emoji pointing down. Now this comment got a bunch of likes, and as you can see here, it has a bunch of replies as well. I'm actually kind of surprised that this was the type of comment that was first, although it does make sense that someone would be excited and post something along those lines. And I think that this is just going to generally set the tone for a lot of the comments and kinds of comments that we'll be seeing as we go forward. A lot of these people are just generally excited and anticipating GTA 6, and so a lot of people are commemorating this moment in their own special little ways. But anyways, yeah, that is the first comment. Now, as you see here, and here, there are a lot of people who were very interested in being the first comment. Now we can go ahead and look at all of them. Most of them just say the word first. There is an example right here where someone wasn't necessarily saying that they were first, but they were also wrong. 20th view, first like, second comment. Unfortunately, they were not too far off actually. 25th comment, looks like. And it got one like. This person in particular was a bit silly. Right here, you see Ferrat. I think that was pretty clearly a typo. S and A are right next to each other on the keyboard, but ended up being the 13th comment, which is, could be farther off. We'll head over here, take a look, and see if there's anything interesting in this area. First, Primero, first command, and the rest of them are first. A little bit of a spelling error, and yeah, that's pretty much it for this area. And let's check some of these comments. These are all just the word first, and I'm assuming that Primero means first, because I'm not 100% sure. Alright, well, we've already pretty quickly gone over the spawn, and the reason I put these first comments in spawn hopefully is clear to you all. But let's head out and start exploring the map. Now these comments didn't claim to be first, but they were commemorating their early nature to the video, so that's why I put them out here. I think when you're commenting first, it's a little bit funnier because, there are obviously so many people who thought they were first. I think that's a bit silly. But this person, for example, just said I was here. And they were actually pretty early on. And I thought that was, not as silly. 21st, they were also wrong. But, claiming to be 21st and being off versus claiming to be first or second, I think that's a little bit different. Alright, now let's move on. Let's go on down here. As you can see, I chose Turbine to be the map where we put out all the comments this time around. The reason for it, it was a small map, similar to 2 Fort, and that's pretty much it. Alright, so we have 2 cargo crates around here. Now, one cargo crate is a positive one. This is the yes crate. And over here is the disbelief crate, which is basically any comment that had the word no in it. Both of these tend to be positive, so none of these are negative necessarily, but we'll take a look at the yes crate first. As you can see here, yes, CC, I'm assuming that is yes. Over here, yes, and yes. So there's a couple of comments that just said the word yes, which I thought was a bit funny. And over here we have a bunch of people in disbelief saying the word no. The most interesting out of them was this comment here. Potentially, this could be the only comment I saw out of the first 100 to be negative in some way. It just says the word no with a period. Now, it is also a bit funny to have your headcanon be that this person was just so in disbelief that they were just didn't believe it, literally typed the word no. Although they were pretty early, so that actually could be a possibility now that I think about it. But anyways, everyone else tended to say something along the lines of no way. Lots of no ways. Oh, this is a funny profile picture. That's Vector right there. Oh, it's actually real Vector speedrunner. That's pretty interesting. Alright, we'll go over here. I have a couple more on the back side here. No way and no effing way, and it's spelled wrong. Interesting. It was also edited, which is kind of funny. It was edited, and it's still wrong. Interesting. Or maybe the edit didn't show up because of the comment viewer I was using. Quick word from our sponsor, the Source Hoof Patreon. If you'd like to support myself in making more content that's a bit stupid like this, check it out. The Source Hoof Patreon has exclusive content for patrons like, for example, the behind-the-scenes episode about making this video that you're watching right now. But if you'd rather not spend any money, it's still worth checking out. I'll be posting updates on what I'm up to video-wise exclusively on Patreon through text posts that are available for free members as well. Thank you. Back to the video. Alright, so we'll get to that one later. Here is the excitement corridor. Now there is a ton of excited comments here, so it might take us a little bit to get through these. I tried to organize them somewhat, but they kind of lose organization as we go along, but you'll see. In general, they're somewhat organized. Up here we have whoa, wow, and wow. So this is the kind of whoa type of comments. Over here is the what wall. We have what the F, what. There's a random scream there. What the F, what, and another random scream. Yeah, that's the what wall. In this area, we have the yo, bro, and let's go wall. So as you can see, a lot of people were saying the words yo, bro, and a couple let's goes right there. 3 of them right there. Now let's see, what do we have over here? Over here we have the W's on this side of the wall. And over here we have the OMGs, or the oh my gods. Good amount of those. I don't really know what Dios mio means, but we have damn. This one's not as super organized. Just some exclamation points and a little surprised face. Now over here we have specifically the emojis. Couldn't fit all the emojis because of the size of these comments, so I had to put another emoji here. Here's one that I did not understand. However, clearly it means something that I don't understand. There was a lot of likes and a lot of replies, so I did put it in the excitement wall by assumption. If you know what this is referring to, feel free to let me know. Now up here is the finally wall. Anything that had to do with the timing or the weight, I put up here. Actually, surprisingly, not that many when you think about it. Finally, after all these years, about time. And see ya on 2026. Edited. Maybe the edits don't show up. Okay, and there's 2 more areas at least I need to show you. Here's what I would consider the only comment of substance out of the first 100. This person says, I'm first lol, which is, they are wrong. But the reason that I kept it away from the first area is because of how substantive this comment was. 0 seconds ago. This game is going to be OP. I cannot wait for it in 2026. Made me cry. Cry emoji, cry emoji, cry emoji. Also gave me a heart attack when I saw the notification. Now, there's not like a whole discussion going on here, but it is a genuine comment where someone's actually expressing something more complicated than just a few words, which is why I put it on its own wall. I was hoping to find more, but maybe this just means I'll have to increase my comment criteria to the first 200 at some point. Maybe sooner than later. But yeah, out of 100, there was only 1 comment that I considered to be somewhat substantive enough to be considered a discussion comment. And last but not least, we have 2 areas to go on over here. These are the more disconnected comments. So this is the area where I put all the comments that seem to be in their own little world. So we have 2 comments here where they're just saying hi. I'm not sure who they're saying hi to, but there was more than 1, which was somewhat interesting to me. There's also 2 comments where they're just laughing. I guess seeing this trailer had them hysterically laughing, which is a bit funny. Haha and lol. Last one, which I thought was probably the most entertaining. This person was just not really acknowledging the trailer itself, but they did say, I like poop. And their name is Mike Turd 6497. So I really appreciated that. Alright, the last area of comments I'd like to go through with you all is over here. These are the comments that confuse me, and I was not sure where to put otherwise. So this is the confusion vent. Just the letter A here, just the numbers 1. This is just characters that I'm not capable of reading, and so I didn't know where to put it. Saw here. We have this comment here I don't understand. Another language with characters I don't understand. The letters ILK, not sure what that means. Again, more characters I can't read. The number 2, another ILK, and that's That's actually it. Very interesting. Alright, so that is the first 100 comments that I've organized. And what exactly have we learned here? Well, obviously everyone's extremely excited. I am somewhat surprised though that we didn't see any horny comments. Maybe we'll have to do a follow-up and see what the first 200 comments are like. But let me know what your thoughts are and what you make of all this. Also, check out my Patreon if you'd like to be kept up to date with what I'm doing with these videos. The text posts are free, so you can just see what I've been working on in my text posts. And there's also exclusive content available as well. So if you'd like to see some behind the scenes on how I made this video in particular, or how I go about making videos in particular, check out the Patreon. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.